Alright, well, it's recording.
And they have a channel.
All right.
They have a.
Okay, we're recording.
Oh,
All right, and hey guys, really excited to be here. We're recording actually all these videos today. We're doing testimonies. We have 3 set up. We have Colin's right behind the camera and Sarah's in the back of the room. She says hi. No, we're really excited. So Carl's going first. We're doing these testimonies. This is kind of our Sunday morning message, so we'll launch these each week leading up to Easter, which we actually are happy to announce that we're doing an Easter streaming service. So we are going to do live Easter morning. I think like 10 a.m. will probably be the time to do it.
That's good.
We're going to have worship. We're going to have a game that you can get involved with. Colin's bringing back the box game, but you get to vote and see which one is actually
So
lying.
I get to participate?
Yeah, you get to participate.
I
I
get
get
to
to participate, and Sarah, who is probably the best at this game, gets to also participate.
Hey, y'all haven't seen me live recently. I got better. We played Mafia in Santa Barbara.
He's really excited to brag about his lying. Wonderful. So let's get to God time. So yeah, we're doing these testimonies. So Carl, tell it. You've grown up here, but tell us about kind of where you're at now, kind of your recent testimony, your recent journey.
Yeah, so as most of you guys know, I did my internship during my senior year. Drew gave me that opportunity, and I'd already been involved in the church for a while, mostly with worship ministry, and then as a middle school leader, and then I kind of stepped up to the plate in my senior year because I was considering ministry as a career, and Drew hooked me up with a job for the year. And I had a great time with all of you. And now I've moved up to Santa Barbara, although I'm back here now because, reasons. They kicked like everybody out. Yeah. But no, I'm back here, excited to be with you guys again. And back in Santa Barbara, I got involved with the worship team for Crew, which is the Christian group I'm a part of, as well as serving at the church I started going to up there.
Cool. So what is something that God has kind of spoken to you? Maybe some scripture you've read, a message you've heard at a church that you went to. What has God really brought in your life recently?
Yeah. Well, so when I first moved up to Santa Barbara, I spent like the first quarter, so like September through December, kind of visiting a bunch of different churches in the area and just trying to see like where I fit in, where I felt God calling me to. And I eventually decided on a church that I then attended during this past quarter, and was hoping to continue attending, but plans fell through, obviously. No, but back, I think it was Super Bowl Sunday actually, Chris Lasso, the pastor, gave a message about spiritual gifts. And one of the things he did was encourage everyone in the church to find a way to serve in the church. And so, I kind of thought about it when I first decided on that church. And I thought, well, I'm kind of still adjusting to life in Santa Barbara. I don't know if I'm ready to hop back into serving in ministry yet. But then when he gave that message, I really felt God tugging at my heartstrings to go and get involved serving. I believe the big idea, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly, but it was like God calls us to use our gifts to serve Him and to serve others. And so I really wanted to, after that message, I was like, yeah, I definitely need to get involved here and start serving
for
again.
sure. And what's great is God gives us these gifts, and He says to do it in love. Like, I think we kind of do this Bible study with our leaders, and one of the things we discussed is how often we can use kind of what God has gifted us. Maybe we're really good at serving, or maybe we're really good at talking with people, or maybe we're just really, really smart and very good at administrating things. But if we use that stuff for our own kind of personal gain, we're not doing it in this love that God calls us to. And that comes out of 1 Corinthians 12 through 13. So take a look at that. But Carl, this kind of message of involvement, that's kind of been your story, is in getting involved. So taking your gifts and getting involved. what advice would you give to the middle schoolers in this time? So 2 questions to it. First, what advice would you give to them to get involved in the church here or in the community, serving God in some way after the corona? And how would you challenge them to get involved now with all of this going on? We're trying to practice social distancing, which
We're
is
not doing very well at right now.
No, not at all. But what would you say to them in both contexts, how to get involved?
Yeah, so back here at the church, I would encourage you guys to get involved in serving in a ministry here at the church. I know some examples. You could serve in the nursery, or you could help out Nathaniel with the 4th and 5th graders. I know he could definitely use some help, and I'm sure he would love to have you guys come alongside, because those kids look up to you, those 4th and 5th graders. Even though you may not realize it, they look up to you. Just like, when I was in middle school, I looked up to the high schoolers. Even those who weren't, leaders for the middle school group, I was still looking up to them as role models. And that's, how the 4th and 5th graders think of you guys. So I would encourage you, reach out to Nathaniel possibly once we get back, and try to help out where you can there, or help out in the nursery. I know some of you already do that, because that's one of the first places I got started, was serving in the nursery, until we needed someone to lead worship, and then I got that job. But yeah, and then kind of in the meantime, while we're all social distancing and whatnot, I would encourage you guys, if you have a phone number or like Instagram or whatever, and you can like talk to some of the other people in your family group, your leaders, or the other students, reach out to them, because I know we're all kind of isolated right now, and it can start to feel a little lonely. Go ahead and just reach out, send them a text, send them a DM on Instagram, and just reach out, see how they're doing. Just catch up and make them feel loved and everything while we're going through this difficult time.
Yeah, and hopefully you are getting connected. I see a lot of you guys getting on the Bible app. You got to check that out. The link is on the bio on Instagram. It's down in the About section here on this YouTube page. And then it's also, we're going to text it to all your parents, and we've been doing that. But I've been so excited for all the responses. That's been such a really great way to get connected. I almost shed a tear. I was so happy and said I love my middle schoolers. So really great and thought-provoking reflections from you guys. Also, hopefully you caught the live streaming on Friday, the Variety Hour. I thought there were some pretty funny videos in there, some really fun activities. Thank you, Nathaniel and Colin, for putting that together. And yeah, we've got a Smash tournament this week. You got to check it out. Friday night at 7. Winner will get a gift card, and then at 8 o'clock we're going to try this thing where we're going to do family groups on Zoom. Sarah calls them Zoomilies. And so we're going to try that out this Friday. So be on the YouTube page at 7 o'clock for streaming, 8 o'clock. Hopefully all your leaders have reached out to you and are getting connected with you on Zoom at 8 o'clock for family groups. We're not going to necessarily do questions. It's just going to be kind of a group time of talking about the Lord and seeing how you guys are doing. Just kind of a weekly check-in. And then I've got just a couple other announcements. We announced Easter. We're excited about that. Behind the camera, we're actually redoing parts of the middle school room. So you're gonna.
Really good, guys.
It's looking really good.
I came back from college and I was super impressed. I thought it was really cool. It's looking good.
So we're excited for you guys to check that out when we all get back together. And I just keep connecting the Bible app. Text us, DM us. We love you guys. We really miss you, and we're looking forward to seeing you very soon. May you guys stay safe.